Okay, and we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope everyone is having a very good Sunday. So let's get into business. Let's get down to Manchester United news because we've quite a bit coming through tonight for you guys. So first and foremost, Manchester United had an opening bid rejected for Benjamin Pavard. Yeah, look, this is to be expected. United have kind of done this all summer long. The first bid always seems to get rejected. We test the waters. I would be more concerned if we went in with a bid that got instantly accepted, because then we're asking, have we overpaid? So I'm not too concerned about this. We do have an interesting update coming in from who was that there had that update. Just 1 second, guys. So coming in from Sky Sports. So Benjamin Pavard will fight as hard as possible to get his move to Manchester United. Talks are ongoing between Manchester United and Bayern Munich for the defender, but they are far apart in the valuation. Bayern regarded 30 million euros as a fair price, so about 25 million pounds. It's kind of what I expected to see for this deal. I think United's probably gone in with a low ball offer. I think maybe we've gone in with about 15, 20 million just to get things rolling, just to get things up and going with this negotiation. But it is clear Manchester United are going for Pavard. I like the player. I really do. He wouldn't be my first choice from Bayern Munich to be a right back. I mean, I would prefer Mazraoui. But I think in terms of what he offers us, it offers us a right back and a centre back in one player, a guy who's really good in possession, very experienced, has won a lot in football, but that first bid has been rejected. That was confirmed this morning by Fabrizio Romano, and United's still in talks. I wouldn't expect to see too much more develop until after the Wolves match. I've always had the feeling that that sort of time frame from Tuesday to Thursday to Friday, that's going to be key for this deal. Who have we got down here? Air fans in the comments. I would love if Liverpool lost today. Yes, that match is 1-1, I believe. Stephanie's down there, revised the prediction, 5-0 to United, go top and stay there all season. Stephanie, I'm loving that confidence from yourself. And Pavard wants to move ASAP because Jinx Kiana started already. Yeah, I mean, look, that didn't go to plan for Bayern Munich at all. Irfan wants Pavard as well. I'm really happy with Pavard. I think he's going to bring a lot to this team, both in terms of his on-the-ball stuff, his off-the-ball stuff. He will really help Manchester United moving forward up the pitch. The possession stuff will be really good. And to me, that's going to help Luke Shaw out a lot. It means Shaw is going to be the guy going forward instead of being the fullback sitting back and being in possession. I think that really makes United a much more dangerous team going forward. So guys, I'm asking you on the poll as well. We asked the same thing last night, but I want to know your thoughts again today. So Manchester United versus Wolves prediction, is it going to be a win, a loss, or a draw? Let me know down below. Big T says Pavard deal is like the Mount of Defenders kind of thing. He's okay but not exciting. Yeah, look, it's not exciting. It's not. I mean, Tebeto's exciting. Antonio Silva would be exciting. Going for a right back like Mazraoui or someone like that's exciting. I think it's a sensible deal. That's what I'm going to call it. It could be more exciting, but I'm going to call it sensible. I think it's a realistic option. Who wants to come, will add a lot to the team, is an experienced player, has won stuff as well. He's not what we would call a guy who's going to sell a lot of shirts. He's not a guy who's going to come and set the world alight, but if he comes and does a really good job and is a professional player for United and makes a difference on and off the pitch, I'm not going to complain too much. Liman, good to see you, man. Irfan says, Axel Diazy goal. Yes, I did see Diazy had scored for Chelsea. So, I mean, he's a good centre-back. I don't mind him. I think his price was always out of the range for United in this summer transfer window. Big ups, guys. We're up to 18 likes already. Massive thank you for all that as well, guys. Can we get up to 20 within like the first 5 minutes of the stream? That could be crazy. So coming in from TalkSport, Manchester United are actively pursuing the deal to sign Benjamin Pavard. The gap in valuation, it does seem to be substantial. I think it's probably about 10 million. That's my estimation on it. I think if Bayern have rejected the first bid, United's gone in with one that we're going to go and test the waters. That's what it's about as well. Stephanie's down there as well. Didn't see it happen there. Liman says, is Pavard first choice of Erik ten Hag? I think he will be. I think looking at the profile, the players ten Hag has used before, I think Pavard's a similar style to like a Dilly Blinn type player. Somebody, yeah, he's not the most exciting player, but he's very good on the ball, will help them play out of the back a lot, and I think that's going to help him as well. I wonder what it means for the right hand side. I do feel like Anthony would be better with an attacking option there, a more attacking fullback, but I don't know. I think Pavard comes in, he plays centre back, he plays right back. He covers both positions. Two areas of the pitch I think we do need work on. If Maguire goes, we need someone to cover for Raphael Varane. That much is a given. But Pavard, when Varane plays, can go into that right back spot and be better than Diogo Dalot, in my opinion. And depending on what match we're coming up against, might be a better option than Wan-Bissaka. You know, coming up against low blocks, teams who are not going to attack us too much. I don't think we really need Wan-Bissaka on there to shut down that side of the pitch. I wouldn't think we need it against Wolves. I wouldn't think we need it against the likes of Nottingham Forest. Look, playing Wan-Bissaka at Arsenal against Martinelli, that makes a lot of sense. That's Aaron Wan-Bissaka going 1v1 with a very good winger. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I think Pavard on the ball, he will offer a lot. Defensively, he is good. I'm excited to see what United's going to do with this one. Irfan says, Munich will sell Pavard. I think they will. I think they will sell him. He wants to leave. He has 1 year left on his contract. I think United get a deal done here. I really do. He wants to come. He's desperate to join United. I have to say this is going to happen, in my opinion. Ronnie's down there as well. What do you think of João Felix? The club won 20 million on his wages for a loan deal. I think that's scandalous. I really do. I would like to see United actually go in. Sorry, not go in for João Felix. I think he's a good player. I think the potential's always been there, but I just don't think this is a good deal for us. £20 million, all the wages, and you don't even get the player permanently. So I would like to see United stay well clear of that one. I really would. Greg says, why do United lowball prices? They end up paying near enough what clubs want in the end anyway. They're just wasting their own time. It's a good point, Greg. It is. I know it's a negotiation strategy. It is frustrating as anything because we know what's going to happen. We know United's eventually going to say, okay, here's the full amount you want. But I think it is United trying to change that perception in the market, trying to change that view in the market, that we're a club who, when we come knocking, you can exploit and get lots of money for. I don't mind paying market prices. I don't mind paying the going rate, but I don't want to see United spending massive money on players who we should be getting for less. So hopefully that's going to make a difference. Stephanie says Mount needs to get off the mark with a goal or a couple of assists to ease the pressure and delivering hopefully tomorrow night. Yeah, he does. I did do a preview video. It went up about half an hour or so ago. On that, I said one of the key things with Mason Mount is getting that first goal, getting that first assist. I think that really settles him down. I think in pre-season, very involved, had a lot of opportunities, but he always seemed to snatch at the chance. He always seemed to be a little bit too eager, a little bit too trigger happy, and that's kind of what can happen with new players coming in. Sometimes they do snatch at it. Sometimes they are just, I want to get this first goal so badly that I'm going to just swing at it. And I think it's a bit of composure. Once he gets the first one done, once he's over the line with it, I have no concerns whatsoever. But getting the first couple, I think that's going to really settle him down. I think that makes a big, big difference. It's one of the things that Bruno Fernandes did well when he came. The first match, it wasn't great. He played against Wolves. No goals or assists, but he went out the next week and he scored against Everton, and from there he never looked back. It's about easing yourself in. It's about calming down the pressure, calming down the media and social media, because as much as these players, you would like to think they're detached from that, from fan criticism, from fans having a go at them, they're not. They are human beings. They do see it. They do see the criticism. They see the bad reviews. And look, some of it's always going to be trolling, but they want to be loved and they want to be doing well and pleasing the fans as much as anything. So, yeah, he'll be supported within Old Trafford, but he needs to get that support from the media, get that support from online, and get those first goals done. Once he gets them, every confidence in his ability, every confidence in his belief. Big T says, watching the Chelsea game, the shirt looks so much better without sponsors across the middle. Yeah, it does. I'm quite a fan of it. I wouldn't mind United having a kit like that. I would absolutely love a sponsorless kit. Never going to happen for United. It's too commercially driven. I think Chelsea will end up with a shirt sponsor as well. Yes, Stephanie, we're up to 21 likes already. So big ups, guys. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. So I'm going to run through the agenda because there's quite a few stories I want to go through and discuss. One of those is Harry Maguire. I feel like there's been a big overreaction. I feel like there's been a big worry from a lot of people. We want Maguire gone. This is no mistake. This is no brand new story. This isn't fresh off the press. Manchester United fans haven't been happy with Harry Maguire for a very, very long time. We haven't, and I think moving him on is going to be very important to what we're going to do for this season. I think it's necessary. There is a delay. It hasn't happened yet. There has been a delay in it, and it's coming down to wages. It's coming down to his agreement over payment with West Ham. Manchester United, we have done all we can do. We have pushed Maguire towards the door. We have agreed a fee with West Ham. It's down to them to agree the personal terms with Harry Maguire. I think they will. I think they'll get there. I just hope it doesn't involve United having to pay Maguire off, having to give him some bonuses to encourage him to go, because I think that's going to sting even more. I think Maguire is not going to be remembered fondly if that is the case, and I think that it does happen. It's just going to take a matter of time. It just will be a matter of time. 39 votes on the poll as well, guys. 90% going for the United win. Have to love the confidence there. And what have we got? 8% going for draw. 3% thinking Wolves will beat Manchester United tomorrow night. I don't know if that's going to happen, guys. An update coming in from Fabrizio as well. One we want to talk on about Benjamin Pavard. So no green light from Bayern Munich. The intention is clear from Pavard. He wants to leave, will not sign a new deal, and his current deal expires in June 2024. So that is 1 year's time. This is a deal that gets done. Bayern won't let him go for free. And I made the point last night that Bayern will still want to balance the books to some extent. And I know Bayern's a rich club. I know Bayern are the biggest club in Germany, without a shadow of a doubt. But they do not have the financial might that a Manchester United do, that a City do, that a Madrid do, a PSG. They do still have elements of that. They will still be expected to make these seals, because that's how they operate as a football club. If a player wants to go, if he's not going to sign the deal, they will move him on. They will move Pavard on, make no mistake about it. United wouldn't be in direct talks. We wouldn't have had a first bid rejected. We wouldn't have made a first bid if we didn't have enough sort of indication that Bayern would be willing to sell the player. So I think it's going to happen. I do think it's going to happen. I think it might take a while, which is annoying, because this is a player we want. We want him early doors. We don't want to be doing these deals in and around this time of the season. We don't want players coming in halfway through the matches, because we did that last year. It took Casemiro a while to settle. It took Anthony a while to settle. We want to see Manchester United with these players ready to go with the shirt on, match day one, getting ready to line up at Old Trafford. That's what we want to see. We will not get this with Benjamin Pavard. When we eventually go in for Stefan Amrabat, we will not get that either. So it's about managing those players and working them into the squad. I think United's in a fortunate position where maybe Amrabat and Pavard, for instance, would not be essential players right off the bat. I think we're okay in midfield for now. I think we're fine in the defence with Wan-Bissaka and Delot, certainly for the first few matches. So I think there's less pressure there. Obviously, these are sales dependent, but we don't want to see too much chopping and changing. We don't want to see United selling, buying too much into the actual Premier League season. We want to be settled. We want to be ready. That's what we want. Ashid is down there. Good evening to you. Hope you're well, man. 50 votes on the poll as well. 92% going for the United win. Loving the confidence there, guys. And we're up to 24 likes as well, guys. Drop a like. Can we get up to 30 likes? Would be very much appreciated. I think we hit 99 on yesterday's stream, so that was good as well, guys. But yeah, look, the United slowly going about the business. We have been all summer long, really. Hasn't been rapid, but I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad, but it could be a lot better. It could be. I would have liked to have all the signings done by now. Unfortunately, the seals are always going to drag on, because teams will wait. Teams will wait to see how they go. Ashid, I'm good as well, man. Just been out and about. Was in the gym earlier. Feeling good. Going to get some food in a while, so and watch the rest of this Liverpool match as well. But yeah, I'm doing good, man. Hope everyone else is having a good weekend. So let's get talking again about Maguire, because I just want to go back over these points. I just want to wrap it up really quickly with the Maguire stuff as well. My worry with Maguire is, will he agree those terms? I think he will. I think eventually he will, because I think West Ham have enough encouragement from the player, enough encouragement from United that they will make that move, and that he will consider going. I don't think it's a bad deal. I mean, he will be playing European football this season. I think watching West Ham yesterday, I think they could do with Harry Maguire in the backline. A very, very avoidable goal they conceded against Bournemouth. I think David Moyes will be pushing hard from his side. Sandy says, happy Sunday to you as well, Sandy. Hope all is good, man. And that's a Jamaican flag. Big ups, man. Big T says, there has also been takeover news today, which would suggest that Glazers are working hard towards a legal way to work with Radcliffe, but being less popular, it's not getting much coverage. Yeah, look, that's also true as well. Whenever the Qataris make any sort of a move, it is covered extensively. I don't know what's going to happen with the takeover. I did see that coming in from the Cardiff City owner saying the Glazers will sell Manchester United for 7.3 billion. I don't know what's happening there. I really don't. It's going to be interesting. It is getting less coverage because it's a pro Radcliffe sort of article, and I feel like people do suspect a lot of the time when we see pro Radcliffe stuff, it's probably a club brief. I feel like there's a paranoia within the fan base. At the end of the day, it is out of our hands to a large extent. It is going to be interesting to see what happens. This sale has been going on for a long time. It really has dragged on. I'm really fed up with it as well. Stephanie says captaincy for West Ham might swing it for Maguire. It might do. That might be what swings it, a captain's armband. European football. I think that guarantees him an England spot, providing he's fit next season in that for that European Championship. So I think that's his priority. I think Maguire has always been very internationally motivated. He has always wanted to be the guy for England. Let's find out what's going to be happening there. Ashid says Radcliffe isn't getting the club. He might do, he might not. I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out on that one. It's one of these things. You know, transfers are one thing because we got really good journalists and United operate in a certain way. It's kind of predictable what we're going to do and things get leaked out. This sale has been really, really hard to cover. We've gone from having no news for a long period of time and then all of a sudden we'll get a lot of news in a very short couple of day window and then it goes back to complete radio silence. That's kind of the way it's been going for a long time. Ashid says, oh, I've already seen that there as well. Sorry. 53 votes in the poll as well, guys. Gift voting if you haven't already. Big ups to yourselves as well for 25 votes. For 25 likes. Much appreciated as always, guys. I'm going to have a quick look as well. So, we were looking at this one. Dutch side, Groningen are in talks with Noam Everham to sign him on loan. Not a bad move. I really don't think United loaning players to the Dutch league is any coincidence. It's a very good developmental league. It's a league where young players will get a chance, will get match time, and I think it's really going to help them out in their development. And I have no problem whatsoever with it. Facundo Pellistri might be joining FC Twente. Let's see what happens on that one. United definitely have a lot of business still to do. Incomings, outgoings, sales, and transfers. There's a lot of work still to do at Manchester United. We don't really want to see it, but it is the way it's going. Let's find out what happens in the last 3 weeks or so of the transfer window, because I think there's going to be twists. I think there's going to be turns. I think we might end up signing some players we didn't expect. We might end up not signing some players we did expect. One of the players I would like to talk about now is Stefan Amrabat, a man who I feel like I've been talking about this guy forever. I really do. United managed to agree the terms, and that was over a month ago. It was a long time ago. He does want to join United. He's desperate to join Manchester United Football Club. He wants to come. He is turning down all other offers because this is where he wants to be. I completely get that. But my question is, where is the bid coming in from? We've sold Fred. That is done. Fred has joined Fenerbache. When are we making the move for Stefan Amrabat? That's the question. Ashid says as well, Radcliffe trying too hard. We know he's going nowhere and by hanging around. I don't know, man. It is going to be interesting. Look, there's definitely news outlets who are very pro Radcliffe. He does have influence there. I think the Telegraph's probably one of them. But I don't know, guys. Like we're just waiting out and we're waiting to find out what happens. So this. Look, all this takeover stuff, it came in from Cardiff City's owner. So he said, I've been meeting in the US with private equity funds and the valuation of football clubs is going through the roof. Manchester United will be announcing their sale at 7.2 to 7.3 billion. Let me see, which is roughly 10 times the revenue. Yeah, so look, this has been an ongoing thing. This whole takeover has been so long and dragged out, prolonged. Big T says, been talking about Amrabat longer than De Jong. It feels like, yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like, we've been talking about Amrabat because he has been earmarked by the club. He has been selected by United to be the long-term replacement for the likes of Fred and Van de Beek in the squad, and he will come in. But it's trying to move those guys on. The sell to buy can drag on for a long, long time. And Manchester United's sales department, it hasn't been smooth this year. It has been a long, long, dragged out process. So once we get the sales done, I guess we'll see Amrabat officially will be going for the bids. But until we get to that point, it's just dragging on and on and on. And I do feel like we've been talking about these players for a long time. I feel like I was talking about Mount for months, talking about Onana for months, talking about Højlund for at least 2 months. United sales and transfers, whilst we've been getting better prices, the speed of which they have been done really hasn't impressed me too much. It really has been a dragged out, prolonged process for every single sale, and it seems to take us a month to buy a player, which it's still not good enough. We don't have a month left of the window. We clearly want 2 more players, a defender, a midfielder. Where are they coming from? When are we getting them? When are we going to make these official moves? That's my question that I would be asking Manchester United, and we still have no evidence for it. Really, the Pavard bid is the first one made in about a month for any player since we bid for Højlund initially, and we're still waiting. We are still sitting here, and there has been a lack of transfers. There really, really has, guys. Let me see. 59 votes in the poll as well. 93% going for the United win. Loving that one, guys, as well. Ashid says Chelsea playing Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, look, I looked at Liverpool's midfield. It's a strange one with Gakpo in there, Sabozki and McAllister. I mean, there's no holder there. Pink is down there. Time flies except for transfer window, where a month feels like years. Absolutely, man. If life was like a transfer window, it would feel like we were living a million years. It really, really would. And especially a Manchester United one. A United one, definitely. We are talking extreme overtime. Time moves slower for Manchester United. I don't know, guys. I really don't know where we're going to end up with this. I'm checking here as well, just to see what the score is in this Liverpool match. Not seeing too much on it. As well, let me just have a quick double check as well. Want to look at the old agenda here. Yeah, so an interesting update coming in from Fabrizio as well on Harry Maguire's deal. So deal is not yet done. Manchester United would like to start talks and pick their favourite replacement before letting the player go. There is still issues with the wage structure on Harry Maguire's side, so I feel like we're getting closer to it. United are in talks with Pavard. We've made a bid. It has been rejected. So I think that's half of that battle done. I think Maguire has to agree the terms with West Ham. And look, it's going to be a good sale. It is £30 million. It will help United bring in a replacement. Someone who can make this team better, make this squad better. And that's what we really need to see, guys. Big T says, looking forward to the transfer window being closed so we can concentrate on football. Yeah, man, honestly, just get us back to the football. The seals, the transfer stuff, it is dragged on. It has been a long, long summer for Manchester United. Every summer is the exact same, but it has been a dragged out process. It has been a prolonged one. Leah's down there. Hope the club learn a lot from the mistakes over the years with regard to transfer business to quickly complete deals. I would hope so. I would like to see United really, really look at themselves in the mirror and say, oh, we still are dragging this out. Arsenal went and got Jurriën Timber, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, signed within the first month or so of the window. They were all there for the start of the season. United need to be doing something similar. We need to be bringing these players on pre-season to integrate them, to get them working with their teammates. Not every player is going to step seamlessly into Manchester United's first team, play at the level that they can do. We did it with Mount. I hope that he can deliver tomorrow night. I will be paying very close attention to him in that match. But we could be in a situation where Sofyan Amrabat, where Pavard, if we sign both players, they're not ready to play. They're not ready to fit into the Manchester United team off the bat. And that might take us until after this international break to have the squad up and running at full capacity, which it's still not great, guys. United were nearly down and out of any sort of real meaningful title charge last year after the first 2 or 3 matches. We can't afford that again this year. We need to start well. We need to start well against Wolves. I think we will. I think we will win this match. I can't vote on my own poll, but I would say United's going to win tomorrow night. But it is going to be difficult. Wolves will be hard to break down. Next week playing Spurs away, that's going to be a hard match. Forest, we should win. Going to the Emirates, that's going to be a hard match as well. Would be a lot easier if we had the players ready, fit, ready to go, and starting these matches who Erik ten Hag has brought in. So we're going into this initial part of the Premier League season. We will have Onana, we will have Mount, and that's probably it. We're starting the league with two new signings. Højlund's injured, Amrabat's not here, Pavard's not here, so that's an issue. Yeah, guys, we're up to 25 likes. Drop a like in the video, guys. Can we get up to 30 likes? Would be much appreciated as always. Let me just double check as well. There was something else I wanted to go through with you guys. Let me double check. What have we got here? There we go. There is looks to be some sort of an update coming through here. Let me just double check. Whereabouts is yeah, here we go. So got something from Bruno Fernandes, some quotes to go through as well. Bruno Fernandes on the captaincy. It's about being myself on the pitch because they think the way I can deliver on and off the pitch is what made the manager choose me as captain. I don't think I should change, but I should improve as a player and a captain. I'm excited to see Captain Bruno. I think he's the right choice. I think he's the right guy to go for. I want to see United start this season off well. I think Bruno's going to be so important throughout the year. The creativity he will bring will be essential. Bringing Mount in is going to help. It's going to make Bruno isn't solely the chance creator from midfield. And that's going to allow Bruno to pick up better positions. It's going to let us press better. It's going to let us play better, both on, in possession and off and out of possession. And I think that's going to make a big difference, guys. I really do. Get your thoughts in down below as well. 66 votes on the poll, 92% going for the United win, 6% going for the draw, and 2% going for the loss tomorrow night. Of course, there will be a match watch along. We will do that. Of course, going to try bring lots of those throughout the season all year long. Looking forward to it tomorrow night. There's Stephanie. What salary do you think Pavard commands? That's an interesting one. I think certainly less than Maguire. Harry Maguire's on £200,000 per week. After the, I think after the deal, because we finished Champions League, there's an upgrade on that as well. So he might be over £200,000 per week. I think Pavard comes in for about 100, 120,000. I don't think Bayern Munich will be paying massive wages, especially not to Pavard. So I don't think it's going to upset the wage balance too much. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue on that front. But I would like to know what it's going to be. Hopefully it's not going to be too much. But this is an experienced player, a World Cup winner. He probably will command somewhere in amongst that region. But I believe Onana's on about 120. I think Mount's probably on 200,000. I think Højlund's on about 100,000. So this is low amount for Manchester United standards. Like, it really is. Chris is down there. Pavard on 90,000 euros, so maybe 100,000. Yeah, I think that's realistic. I think he will get a pay upgrade, but I think that's about right. Yeah, that I wouldn't complain about that. I really wouldn't. I don't think 100,000's too much for United to play for a player of that quality. I feel like we're probably paying Delo and Wan-Bissaka something similar. I feel like Varane will be a top earner, of course. But if we're moving Maguire on for 200,000, bringing Pavard in, half the wages, I think that's a smart deal. Irfan is saying Mohamed Kudus and Ibrahim Sangare. I think Kudus is going to Brighton. If anybody can correct me on that one, I think he might be agreed to go to Brighton. I think it's just coming down to he was looking a buyout clause in the contract. Brighton weren't keen on it. I think that's the only hold up on that deal. So I wouldn't expect to see Kudus. Sangare is not a bad player. I just think 2 or 3 seasons ago he was in a lot better form. He was playing better week in, week out. Whether we go in for him again, I don't know. Personally, I couldn't really see it. I don't think it's likely, in my opinion. But it's not that he's a bad player by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's really not. Lee says, I was observing this season will be more physical. I hope United bring in Pavard for right back and Tebito and Onana for physicality. Well, that would certainly help the physicality. I don't know if we're going to bring in Tobito. I think there's interest. I think we have scouted the player. I think price-wise, Pavard maybe is going to be cheaper. I think that's maybe where we're going for him. It takes care of two issues with in one, in the sense that he will play right back and he'll play centre back and do both very well. Onana's an interesting one. Obviously, a very physical midfielder, very, very kind of a high ceiling on him. It wasn't the best season last year for his standards. Started off well, but I think Amrabat's the option we're going to go for, and Amrabat will bring that physicality. Last season in the Serie A, most tackles, most interceptions, a lot of progressive carries, progressive passing and stuff. He's a very, very well-rounded player. Will be tenacious. He will get stuck in, and that's going to help United out. I think that's one of the reasons as well why Casemiro picked up so many bookings across last season and so many suspensions, was he was playing beside Eriksen a lot, and Eriksen's not a physical player. Eriksen's a player who's good on the ball, but out of the ball, there's just not enough to his game. There isn't the physicality, doesn't make the tackles. And I think Casemiro was kind of having to do double the work. He was kind of having to carry the load for Christian Eriksen as well as doing his own. I think Amrabat comes in and adds a lot in that regard, and it gives United different options. Against the likes of Wolves, we can line up with Casemiro as a single pivot midfielder and play Mount, play Bruno. That's going to give us more creativity. When we go to Tottenham, when we go to the Emirates, to Etihad, to Anfield, Stamford Bridge, we can line up with Amrabat in there alongside Casemiro. That's really going to help United out. It's going to make us so much harder to beat and break down. Chris said, just checked out, Pavard currently on 96,000 euros per week. I think that's what, about 90,000. So yeah, I think 100k is probably a decent upgrade for him, and he'll probably take that offer. He wants to leave Bayern. He would love to join Manchester United, according to Romano, according to Plettigol as well. So a lot of the good journalists are saying that United want him. He wants United. We've put the bid in. It has been rejected, but I would expect us to go back in with another one. I would be really, really shocked if we don't, if we walk away after one bid. I really, really would. United, once we bid for a player, it's kind of the indication we want this player. We don't always get them, but we'll definitely go in. Stephanie says, has Barella moved on from Inter? I don't think he has. There was talk about Newcastle before they signed Sandro Tonali, but I don't mind. Like, I really think Barella's a great player. I do think he would be very nice in this team. It's whether or not he would come. I don't know. I feel like he had issue about leaving Inter to join Newcastle. I might be wrong on that. If somebody could let me know down below. But I do think that, I think it's unlikely. I really like the player. I think he's really, really technically good. Let me see, 71 votes on the poll as well. 93% going for the United win, 6% going for the draw, only 1% going for a United loss in this one. I can't see United losing it. I might live to regret that. I might get clipped up, but I'm going to say it. I think United win it. I went 2-0 on the preview video. That was my prediction. I think that's what we're going to go for. I went for Rashford scoring. I went for Mason Mount getting the first goal. Let's hope that that's what happens. Let's see if that's what United end up doing. I think first goal is going to be so crucial, so important in that match. If you get that first goal, it's going to open the match up. It's going to mean Wolves have to come out and leave space in behind. We can attack them. We can play through them. We can score some goals. Pick up a big 3 points. I would love to go with Stephanie's prediction of a 5. That would be absolutely dream stuff. I just don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe Stephanie's right. Maybe Stephanie's got, Mystic Stephanie will get it right. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out on that one. Let me just double check here as well. Wanted to check something else for you guys. Let me see. Fred officially announced as a Fenerbahce player. Medical done. United have announced a departure. I mean, I don't mind Fred. Like, I liked him last year. I thought he had a good season. By his standards, he was very good across the year. Played good in the big matches. Always showed up. Stella, good to see you as well. Hope all is good. Thanks very much for joining in on this Sunday one. Bit of a more chilled out stream. If you guys want to check out the preview as well, just a quick 5-6 minute video. Put that up literally like half an hour ago as well. Pavard might want around 150k in your opinion. I mean, I think he might want it, but it's whether United is going to give him it. I think it's late in the window. I don't think there's a lot of other clubs who would make a move at this point. I think Pavard might have been an option for City if Kyle Walker did leave the club, but I think that I think he'll take a lower offer. I think 100k, 110 maybe would be around about a fair deal. we don't want to pay stupid wages, and I know United could do it, and I know United have done it in the past, where we would say, okay, Pavard, here is £200,000 a week. Come join us. I think players want to join for the project now. I think players want to join because United look to be a club on the up. I think it isn't just living off the old the heritage of the club, the legacy of the club. It's very much Manchester United seem to be a team that a lot of players are looking at as a team on the up, and a team that's getting better, progressing, and might be able to compete for some big honours in the near future. That's what I think the draw is. I think the attraction's always been there because it's United, but now I think there's the added caveat of Manchester United genuinely looking like a team that can do bits. Ronnie says 1% are the Liverpool fans. It might be. Maybe someone's very pessimistic in the fan base as well, guys. That could be true as well. Let's see. Stella's saying about getting all three. I think that's in the player league was talking about Onana. We were talking as well. Pavard and Torpedo. Yeah, look, I would love all three. I think we'll get Pavard. I think we get Amrabat. If we bring in a third player, I think it has to be another striker. I think that's a necessity. Bringing those extra goals, we can't rely on Anthony Martial. We are putting a lot of our hopes on an unproven player in Rasmus Højlund, who hasn't played for us yet. So we don't want to see Rashford through the middle extensively, but it's clearly going to be something we fall back on from time to time this season. I wish we had another striker. I would love to see us go in, I don't know, for a Tremi maybe. Maybe there's someone else. I think a couple of people said Ivan Toney maybe in January, if something could be done there. But I wouldn't mind some more goals in this team. I wouldn't. A versatile forward, maybe someone to come in and add some goals as well. I think in terms of striking options this year, obviously Højlund, obviously Martial, Rashford can play there. We might see Sancho false nine. That's something we've used throughout this preseason, but it is going to be interesting to see what Erik ten Hag does, how he lines up. Any update on the main injury, says Stephanie? Yeah, we had an update yesterday on Cobby's injury, so looks to be he's going to be out for an extended period of time. So is Tyrell Malacia, so is Amad Diallo. They're going to be out for around about, well, we had initially said the first section of the season. That was the start of the league season. I don't know what we interpret that as. To me, that sounds like up to the end of the first international break in September. So there'd be 4 or 5 Premier League matches, and then it kind of breaks off for the internationals. Then they come back mid-September. We go into League Cup, we go into Champions League. Maybe he'll be back for that sort of time. I think that's a good time if he can make it back, because he'll definitely get minutes in the League Cup. He'll definitely get minutes if we have a big Champions League tie and we're playing a smaller team at the weekend. He definitely will find himself in the team, and I think he's a player we're going to see a lot of across the year. It's unfortunate he's lost the momentum. I'm positive he can get it back. I'm positive Kobbie Mainoo will get that momentum back and be back in Ten Hag's first team. He has been selected for it. He has been chosen for it. We've chose not to loan him out. I would be very surprised if Kobbie Mainoo is playing reserve football or if he goes out on loan at all this season. I think Erik ten Hag really likes the player. I think Ten Hag will want him in that squad, and I think he offers a lot. He's a very, very technically good footballer, very good ball carrier, really, really good range of passing, and he offers a lot to the team. So I definitely think he could be a player we see a lot of this season. And before his injury, I had bookmarked him, I had earmarked him as a player who might have a Garnacho style season, where he kind of breaks into the first team, becomes a regular as the season goes on, and then by the end of the year he's viewed firmly as a first team player. Stella, I have had a very good weekend. I hope your weekend has been very good as well. Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, but what can you guys do? Has to be done. One of those things. 75 votes on the poll, 92% going for the United win. Loving that. Let's hope you guys are right. Can we get up to 30 likes? We're on 29, so it would be very, very much appreciated, guys, as always. And yeah, let me just have a quick check. I want to check and see how this Liverpool match is going as well. Just for my own sake, because I can see, like, my phone's been vibrating a lot, so I'm assuming that somebody might have got a goal or something. Let me just double check that one. But yeah, look, I'm very positive. I'm feeling very confident on the United win tomorrow night. Might live to regret it, but I just don't think there's much coming from Wolves. Ronnie says Mo Salah walking off in a sulk, looks very unhappy with his sub. Yeah, haven't seen too much of it at all this match. Was getting the stream up, but I had a little bit of it on for the first half. Very, very crazy game of football, back and forward. There wasn't much in midfield. Um, I do have to say it though, guys. I will say this, and I think someone made the point of it earlier. I actually kind of like that Chelsea kit in the sense that it's got no sponsor. I would love a United kit without a sponsor on it. I think it would look so clean. I think it would look really, really nice. Um, as well. Let me just have one last check at the agenda, guys. It's just going to be a shorter show tonight as well. What have we got? Yeah, so an update coming in from Fabrizio on the Besiktas situation with Eric Bailly. Now, Eric Bailly was regarded as a must-sell player at the start of the window. It looks like he's going to walk for free. It looks like he's going for nothing, which is unfortunate. I had hoped for some sort of money, but it looks like a contract termination is most likely in this scenario. So Besiktas have reached an agreement with Eric Bailly. Talks are ongoing with Manchester United to agree on the best exit solution. He's probably going to have his deal torn up. He's probably going to buy himself out of the contract, or United pay him off. That, for me, is disappointing. I hope United don't end up paying him off. If Besiktas want to offer us some money, then we can tear up the deal. I mean, guess that's fair, but I don't want to see United paying money out for anybody. Not for our own players, not for Eric Bailly, not for Harry Maguire. That's not what we want to see. Stephanie says, I've discovered Brewdog Blackheart Guinness equivalent. Have you tried it? No, I actually haven't tried it. I've been meaning to try it, but haven't actually got any of it at all, really. Yeah, I mean, if it's good, I will keep an eye out for sure as well, Stephanie. Don't worry about that. All right, guys, with that in mind, I'm going to have to drop off here. So, shorter stream tonight. The preview video for tomorrow's match is up there if you guys want to check it. Literally uploaded today as well. So, check that out. Drop a like on it. Let me know your score predictions and stuff on that one. Jennifer wants Maguire sold. Yeah, we're going to sell Maguire. Don't you worry, Jennifer. Big ups for 30 likes as well, guys. All right, I'm going to head off here, but I will see you all at the same time tomorrow, 7:30. Back to normal Monday for the watch along versus Wolves. Hope you guys can join me for that there one. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you all tomorrow.